Hello and welcome to Monster of the Week by way of East Texas University. This is brought to you by the Intercontinental Group of Awesome and I-95 games. We've been playing through East Texas University, which is a Savage World setting. I think of it as Buffy the College Years with a little less suck, and the serial numbers filed off. We've started with some relatively mundane characters, but they have a number of advancements. This has been possibly their biggest challenge yet, or perhaps it's all just been a big empty threat and they'll just like crit this thing. But I'm super excited because we are going through what's called the Big Haunt in East Texas University. If you have the degrees of horror, you can read along, and hopefully they have it. Although even if they had, it doesn't necessarily give them an unfair advantage here. So let's re-meet our characters. First of all, Paul is out of town. He's shown us a picture of the wonderful cathedral at which he is singing today, because he does singing at cathedrals as a kind of part-time job. He has like a billion part-time jobs. He's like juggling all the balls in all the air. So Paul, unfortunately, Earl will not be with us for this adventure. Although Earl, the character, he will not be piloted by Paul, of course. So let's start with Jules. Jules, how are you? And remind us who you're playing.
Hi, I am Jules. I am playing Jessica Nakamoto. She is the expert. She is studying anthropology. She is from Houston, so a bit more of a city girl. She really likes the looking up crime, like solving supernatural crimes and doing lots of research about them, and then writing secret papers that she doesn't actually publish or give to anyone, and also doing rituals, which is really badass. So she's been having a pretty good time. She kind of has a thing with Earl, but they've decided not to DTR because Jessica's kind of nervous about that. But now she's been asked out on a date by Brent Rodriguez, the swim team captain, who looks really good with his shirt off. So yeah, that's a bit confusing.
It is. That is confusing. I'm sure you'll sort it out. Oh, there's more?
Well, they're also about to get eaten by ghosts, so maybe it's all irrelevant.
That's true.
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. Jen, how you doing? Tell us who you are playing. Remind us.
I'm doing pretty good. I am on day 2 of not drinking coffee anymore.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, wow. I'm glad. I don't drink coffee either.
Good. As now I am on Adderall, so you can't.
Oh, yeah, can't cross the streams.
You can't cross the streams with the uppers. So, yeah, but it's going really easy. So,
good.
That's the good. I am playing Tekla Abandonado. She is the spooky of our team. Let's see. She's a math major, of course. The only female math major at East Texas University. A bit of a party girl. She has the sight and receives visions, such as visions where the ghost of Amid grabs onto his former boyfriend, and bad ghost things seem to ensue. And just coming around to sniff the place out has escalated quickly into everything is happening. Oh God, oh God.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Chen. Next, we have Jan. Jan, how you doing? And please remind us about your character.
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm playing Derek, who is the mundane. He is a biology major. Really didn't believe or care for any of that supernatural stuff, but now has seen his share of weird stuff, and ever since he's been bitten by a vampire, he's also been acting a bit weird. And last time we saw him, he was swimming in a lake with probably a werewolf, who was then pulled down by something, probably.
Indeed. Perhaps pulled down by something. Perhaps it's all still part of an elusive ruse. We shall find out. Last but not least, we have Alex. Alex, how are you? And please remind us of your character.
I'm doing great. I'm Ollie Holmes, the wronged. And good news, Amid isn't dead. He's right in front of me. Everything's fine.
Exactly. It's all good. I don't know what Tekla's worried about.
Yeah, he's great. He's just there. I mean,
sure, he's like kind of blue and white instead of his normal like living color.
A little bit. It's just different. That's okay.
He just not had a bit of sun for a while. It's,
yeah.
Just take him out.
Have a meal. He'll get his color back. It'll be fine.
Meal. Go out to. He's looking for a meal. So that's good. You guys are on the same page. Awesome. We will begin at the lake. As we see the fog that sits heavy on the lake, the moonlight and the full moon. You see that line, right, of the shine of the moon across the lake that disappears into the fog. And then we see just a little stir in the lake, a little ripple. And then we jump into the water, right? And we see there is our hero, Derek. Derek, as you are looking down and you see that weird wavy light, you see Tip's horrified eyes and a little bit of hair kind of floating up in the water as she's being pulled down, reaching for you, both hands out. What do you do?
I think I'm going to try and pull her up, which maybe is like a help somebody or something.
Well, that's when you help another hunter. I don't know if we've established she's a hunter. I really think you're trying to protect someone.
Yes, that's what I mean. Sorry.
That's your tough. So when you prevent harm to another character, or you attempt to prevent harm to another character, roll plus tough.
All right. Boop. That will be an 11.
That is a mighty fine roll. Wow. Okay, so on a hit, you protect them, but you get to choose an extra. You suffer little harm. The harm could be from possible drowning or things that happen during the help. And I can describe a little bit of the reaction if that helps you to make these decisions. Or all impending danger is now focused on you. Oh, always a good choice for a heroic hunter who's underwater in the dark all by himself, except for the possible werewolf. You inflict harm on the enemy, not a bad idea, or you hold the enemy back.
I think I'll choose that it focuses its attention on me.
Oh, that's so brave.
Yes,
so
I know.
Great. So how is it you see helping? Or do you grab onto her hands?
I grab onto her hands and I start pulling, and I'm also sort of like at the same time looking down and trying to push her up and like sort of probably pushing myself down.
Nice.
And also trying to get like I want to see what's grabbing onto her.
Cool. Okay, so you reach down, you grab her hands. She furiously claws. You can feel her nails start to bite into your forearm as she's trying desperately to hold on. It starts to pull you down for a moment, just the force of it, the fact that it's hard to swim and pull up. But then your right foot finds purchase on something solid and hard. And as you are able to pull, Tip did get a 10 plus, so you are able to pull her free. You look down and you see that there are these vines. You can see little fronds of plants coming off of it that are wrapped around her ankles and her thighs. And you pull hard, and you actually see it slither down, and little bits of blood like start to float up into the water. And the force of pulling against wherever your foot is, you're able to pull her past, and those vines float in the water for a moment, and then they come for you, and you can feel them twisting around your legs, and one starts to twist around your side. And Tip is swimming as hard as she can past you up towards the water. What do you do?
I try to. I'm basically trying to keep the vines off of me, and then I'm going to try and then also swim back up, following Tip. But we'll have to see if I can actually get the vines off.
We will see. Yeah, I think that you are trying to act under pressure. So why don't you go ahead and roll plus cool?
Doom, 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 doom.
Oh, and yeah.
That's a 7, I think. I think my cool is a 1. Yes, no, it's not. It's a 0. Damn.
Oh, is that a 6?
That's a 6.
See, I know it was Alex that was asking for XP earlier, so I feel less
That's nice.
super happy for you because it's just 1 XP amid all the other XP that you're an XP horse. Right, the XP horse. Man, I want to see that picture that Alex drew, the XP horse. No, you see, literally drew an XP horse. It's the best.
Lol.
Sweet. So you grab on to the vine that's trying to wrap around your chest, and you end up leaning on your right foot to try to gain leverage, and it tips up your left foot, and you fall backwards in the water. And your butt actually hits something else firm, but it's kind of smooth and angled, and then it cracks, and you fall through it, and you feel cuts across your back as you've fallen through a windshield of a car that's evidently down here at the bottom of this lake, and you take 1 harm from the cuts. Not only have you taken 1 harm, and I'll call that AP.
I still had 2 harm from.
Oh, that's not good. So that takes you to 3 harm. Things are starting to get really not good at all.
I just got out of the hospital, okay?
Yeah, not only have you just gotten out of the hospital, you're underwater. And things are going to get dramatically worse very, very quickly. You can feel those vines tightening around your legs. You're not sure how easily you can get out. And your butt's halfway through a dilapidated car. It's dim and murky down here, but you think it might be a Volkswagen Bug, a Beetle. You guys know that model of car? I just want to make sure. Like the Herbie Love Bug.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I know. Derek went off by himself.
Right.
He could be giving so much XP to other counters right now.
Right next to Germany, so I think
Tip just leveled up though. So in case you're worried about that.
Good.
What do you do?
I tried to get my ass out of there. Like, I'm just going to like grab onto anything that I can and just try to pull myself out.
Awesome. Cool. Give me one last act under pressure. This may be your last act under pressure ever. We don't know.
That's a 9. Yay.
Ooh, that's a 9. Nice. Nice. So on a 9 with act under pressure, the keeper's going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay. So you can get out of here with a great deal of pain, meaning you're able to wrench yourself free from this, but not from immediate attack and reach the surface. Or you can be helped by something that you wouldn't necessarily want to be helped by.
I want to be helped by something that I don't want to be helped by.
You do? Okay.
That sounds way too good.
Awesome.
I have a feeling that I know what's going to help me.
You grab onto the side mirror. It's one of those like metallic side mirrors to try to pull yourself free as the vines continue to pull. And you see this like Venus flytrap mouth start to open up as it's looming, getting closer towards your feet as this thing's still trying to reel you in. And see all the air bubbles coming from your mouth and your nose. You're fighting it. And that's when a wolf swims down and wrenches into the vines, and it lands on the front of the Volkswagen and starts tearing and ripping at the vines, giving you just enough slack to get onto the Volkswagen and try to swim towards the top. We'll cut away from you for now as we pick up in the blue lit area of the second story, the science building, applied sciences building. And you guys remember that you were in one of the conference rooms on the second floor, 213, oddly enough. We have a pair of what look like Tesla coils that have been formed together to create some kind of doorway. And there are at least 8, possibly 10 different people who, through Tekla's eyes, we have seen are currently possessed by different ghosts. Among them are people that we've met before. Billy Tilson, the complete dick quarterback. Joey Gilbert, who really probably shouldn't be going to college, but his parents, his dad's made a lot of money in logging, and he's a local, so they're paying tuition, and he hasn't flunked out yet. And then Miss Boatwright, Lily Boatwright, the redhead who actually was working on this experiment, who Tekla also saw has been possessed herself. She has opened the gateway to something she didn't understand, nor could she control. Through the doorway, we see on this other side, as it were, Amid. Amid looks a bit different, as we discussed, not a great deal of color, perhaps some food, a little bit of time in the sun. He'll be okay. The last things that we had seen before our big cliffhanger ending to the mid-season, we're just going to pretend it's the mid-season because it was good enough for like a mid-season break, right? We're filming out of time. We're ahead. Is that Ollie was reaching for Amid silently, unable to speak through whatever this portal was reaching for Ollie, but he was stopped. Ollie was stopped by Tekla, and we'll talk about Tekla in just a second because Tekla was reaching to grab Amid's hand herself. But before we deal with that, we also, behind the two of them, the struggle that was ongoing, was Jessica. Jessica watching this. Reminder, we have one with a plan. So you have to hold anything that you need. You happen to have brought along with you, which might come in handy because you feel a hand on your shoulder, and it's Earl. But when you turn around, Jessica, Earl's face, his expression just looks odd. And he grabs you by the shoulders and he starts trying to push you towards the doorway as well, that gateway, the Tesla coil archway. And he's not talking. So Jessica, what do you do?
I go, eek!
Nice.
Yes. No. I'm trying to think if I could have something in my inventory that I bought in the thrift shop or wherever that might be able to mess up a Tesla coil, but I can't think of anything for now. So for now, Jessica will take out her taser and tase Earl.
Oh,
but necessary.
It's okay. I'm sure he will forget it.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't do any lasting damage.
No, it doesn't probably. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and have you kick some ass then. It's our first kick some ass roll of the game.
Oh, wait, I have a thing for that, I think.
You do have a thing for that?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
let's take a look.
So.
What do you got?
Oh, wait, no, Earl's not a monster, I guess. Because I have precise strike.
I mean, if you want to inflict plus 2 harm.
No, that's too much.
Are you sure? Because you can inflict plus 2 harm. He is possessed by a monster.
Yeah, but I think tasing him in the heart is a bit harsh. So, I mean,
I'm not telling you what to do. But if you want plus 2 harm against a hunter, I'll give you plus 2 harm.
I might break his heart, but I'll try not to tase his heart.
Hi-oh. When you eek, you roll plus weird. That nice one, Alex. Let's throw that into the custom move folder.
I assume kick some ass is tough, which
it is indeed. It is indeed tough.
I rolled a 7, so I end up with a 6.
Oh, thank you so much.
No,
Let me click on the permanent bunny ears marker there. Sweet. So you reach for Earl, or you reach for the taser. You grab out the taser as he's grabbed you by the shoulders. You turn around and you tase him. And he seizes up and he falls to the ground, but he's still holding on to you. And so you fall a bit with him. You slam into the side of a desk, busts up your shoulder, hurts hard. Take plus 1 harm or 1 harm AP. And then that is when Billy Tilson scoops you up, like carrying the wife across the threshold style. He like scoops you up, and he's going to start trying to walk and carry you through that archway.
No.
So we cut away from that moment to Tekla. Tekla, if you check the custom move tab, you now have access to a move called When You Try to Fight a Ghost's Possession. I'm just letting you know that exists because, Amid, you have reached across this threshold, and the moment you go across that gateway, right, it is as if you've stuck your hand into freezing cold, viscous jelly of some kind.
Bleh.
Yeah. And when you grab hold of his hand, it's solid, right? But you can feel that there's like this tingling nimbus around his touch. And he is coming forward as you reach, and he's going to try to jump into you.
Cool. So I'm going to try and resist, because that seems not like something I would allow.
When you try to fight a ghost possession, roll plus weird.
Cool. I do real good.
Nice.
That is a 14.
Wow. You know it's 2d6, right? Just checking.
Yeah, no, I just rolled a 5 and a 6 on the dice.
Nice, and you're super weird. You're like
I'm
made for fighting
weird.
possession. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
On a 10 plus, you're able to fight it off for now. Take plus 1 forward against the next possession.
Cool.
So you grab hold of him, and you have hold of him. He's not able to possess you at this point. What do you do? Like, he seems confused for a moment, stymied, disappointed, maybe just a little, just a touch.
Yeah. And I grip him fairly hard and look him in the eyes, and I just shout, Amid, you have to let him go. You have to let him live, and you have to move on. I know you were cheated.
How am I being held back, by the way, at the moment?
Oh, that's true. I think that Tekla came forward to hold you back, but then she decided to reach out and grab Amid first.
So she just stepped in between.
Yeah, so she stepped in between.
I could try using magic to hold Ollie back, I guess.
You could. That would be amusing, and we just don't see enough of that.
Okay.
I'm definitely like kind of... There's a pushback starting, and possibly an incoming elbow.
Oh, nice. Do it! Do it!
Okay. All right, so that's a 10.
Wow, awesome. Cool. So what does it look like when you do this? And then with a 10, just so you know, the magic works without issues, and you get to choose an effect from a list. Do you have that list?
I do have that list, and I think basically what I would choose would be to trap someone.
Nice. So what does it look like?
I mean, it looks like more blue special effects and a little bit of, like, Ollie's caught in a timing or a clipping error.
Oh, wicked. Is this like worm stuff? Like worm powers?
Yeah, it's like worm powers. So it's more blue light effects with a bit more greenishness.
So I'm like almost frozen in time.
Yeah, almost. I mean, you're trapped, so it's not like you're mechanically affected. Like, you can still perceive what's going on, but if you jump forward, you rewind back.
Nice. And this won't be a forever thing. Like, I think I would give Ollie an opportunity to try to break out of it, but he's definitely held for a bit.
I think just on like the instant it kind of kicks in, Ollie is like, and then like just coming in with the elbow to like push you aside, you know, not looking at you at all. Just, you know.
Yeah. So he's not trying to actively hurt you as much as just get you the hell out of his way, right?
Right.
But then that just loops back and.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's very Max Headroomy freaky. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
Cool. So you're doing that weird time blip thing and trying to convince Amid, and Amid says, "But and you can hear him because you're touching him right before the portal was unbroken. But I love him. I just want to be with Ollie. He wants me."
Just because you love each other doesn't mean you can make it work. You need to let him live the life he's got.
I'd like to see you manipulate.
All right. Cool beans. I haven't used my +1 forward. Can I try that here? From not possession, but from my premonition.
Oh, that's true. That one's very specific. It's not just... Wait, hold on. Let's just take a look. You take +1 forward to prevent it coming true. Yes. Cool. So premonition, I think it applies here, so you may use that +1 forward.
And I have a hold left on Tune In. I wonder if I can spend it here. I think I'll hold on for just a second longer.
Okie doke.
At least Tech was sort of charming. Okay, so that's that is a 9.
A 9. So close.
So close.
If only someone could help you.
If only somebody could help me, Jessica.
I was going to say, don't look at me. I'm trying to elbow you.
Can I help?
Oh no, you're close.
Yeah, I'm close. Wait, you were convincing him.
I'm trying to convince him, but maybe if something disrupted the portal at the same time.
So you guys are not in the portal, right?
She has her hand in the portal, but is otherwise not in the portal.
I'm still confused about what could disrupt the Tesla coil.
I mean,
well, it's powered by the electricity. If you had some kind of ghost-related item,
tase it.
You could try to tase it.
I can try to tase it.
That's not a bad idea.
No, it's totally not a bad idea.
Sweet.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think since this is not it's technically not a monster. It feels like it's more of an act under pressure.
Yes.
To me, than kicking some ass. So go ahead and roll with cool.
Is a 7. Ooh.
Oh, nice. Cool. So on a 7 to 9, the keeper's going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Oh no! Wait, sorry. It's because I've read about this.
Oh, you have?
Yes, which makes it a 10.
Oh, nice. I've read about this sort of thing.
I've been reading
about plus sharp instead of cool
in my spare time, and there's like very sensitive part where the power comes in, and if you manage to find that, maybe that would help.
That sounds lovely. I love it. So you've read about this thing. Way to go, expert. You know exactly where to hit it. There's like a point in the joint of the Tesla coil where there's an exposed wire, and you tap it's 10 plus, but if you don't mind, like maybe your taser's out for a bit kind of thing.
Totally fine.
Okay, so there's like a bright explosion, and there's that kind of warp, the wave, the ghostly energy explodes forward, and you're caught in that loop, Ollie, and you see it 50 times. You see the last look in Amid's face, shocked look as he's reaching for you, and you can read his lips, you can't hear him, but he says, I love, I love. And you see that just flashing in your head as you're caught in that moment. All around you, Tekla and Jessica, everyone just drops. As these ghosts are yanked forcefully out of their bodies with whatever you've done. You don't know if you've just broken their toehold into the living world, if somehow they've been dissipated or destroyed. But all of the possessions, you look around, Tekla, they're all gone.
How's my hand doing?
It's just one of those like your hand fell asleep kind of deals.
Yeah.
But you wiggle it a little bit, and the feeling's starting to return. Like, I can wiggle my pinky now, thank God. Jessica, you fall to the ground when Billy drops you.
Ow.
Yeah,
Ow!
that sucks.
Can I force myself out of this magic? Like,
Yeah.
just through...
I'm definitely done.
Cool. Maybe even before you have a chance to consciously break it, the wronged Ollie, everything you've gone through, you're able to just break yourself free of it as it starts to weaken. And you're out of the clipping, you're out of the repetition. What do you do, Ollie?
I go to grab Tekla by the neck and just push her up against something. And I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
That was a mead.
yeah, you're behind me, and so that happens. Probably I'm pressed right up into
Maybe against the Tesla.
the coil itself.
Yeah. This,
Which is hot. Grunting.
Yeah. Turn you around so you're facing me, so face to face. That was a mead.
I understand.
He was right there.
He was a ghost. I know it's not fair. Oh, no.
Ghost. That was a mead.
Amit is dead. Amit has been dead for some time. He can't come back. There's no way to make it work.
They were out. Those others. The others were out.
They were riding other human beings like ponies, Ollie. I'm sorry.
I let go of her neck and take a few steps back.
I'm sorry. I wish I could have done something else.
What's the room we're in? What's
213? Yeah.
No, it's like I'm assuming there's a computer on a desk.
Sure.
I just sweep it onto the floor, like maybe slamming a screen against the wall.
Nice.
And then I move to start leaving the room.
Jessica, you hear a groan, and that redheaded girl, Lily, she slowly stirs and kind of rolls over, and starts to look around. She meets your eyes. Oh, wow.
What did you do?
I built a machine.
And what did you think the machine was going to do?
I was researching, EVPs and other. I was trying to debunk it, and I found this journal.
What kind of journal?
She struggles to sit up.
Ollie's, by the way, paused at the door. He's listening to this.
It was called Creighton's Compendium, which I thought was a joke, but I found it at a yard sale. She gets up and has to kind of lean against a desk for a minute. What day is it?
I said the date.
Oh shit. I've lost 2 days.
What did Creighton's Companion say that it would do?
Said I could see ghosts. It was just research. I was being a skeptic, and she walks over and picks up a messenger bag and pulls it up onto a desk and opens it up. And she pulls out what looks like a large journal.
Ooh.
It's not only a journal, but there's also a large amount of like papers that have been scribbled on and shoved inside. The journal itself is like big; it's about this thick, and it looks old. There are articles from like the 50s about paranormal events, and a very significant amount of the journal is handwritten in one particular person's handwriting. Like one person kept this, Creighton, sorry.
Could you repeat?
Wow. What did you say, Ollie?
Could you rebuild it?
Well, I guess we could, right? I asked Lisa.
Lily. Yeah, sure. I mean, she looks over at the ruined Tesla coils. I don't think we have any more Tesla coils, so it won't be cheap. Who's got the compendium?
Oh, I do now.
Cool. Yeah, makes sense.
Not letting go of that.
Cool. So you, just let me know when you want to take some time to look at it some more, and we can talk that over.
Absolutely not.
Well, it doesn't have to be a portal. It could just be like a small
No.
transistor.
No.
Walkie
She
talkie.
goes-
I don't look at Tekla, but I point a finger to her and then you're the one who stopped this.
I mean, Amit's been in here for a long longer than Lily has been working on her project.
Are you saying you don't need the sci-fi shit?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
You could do a ritual.
If he's still there.
What book do you need?
Maybe that one? How about we read it first?
I yank it from the what's she called?
No, I have it now. You can yank it out of my hand. It's fine.
I was going to hand it to you.
Oh, okay. Got that covered.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ollie. I mean, I'm not sure what you wanted to happen. What did you want to happen?
I mean, it's right there.
Well, his ghost was there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen vampires. You can make like a magic body.
Well, whose body would you use though? Because most people like most bodies are sort of in use by people.
Not all of them are good people.
I'm pretty sure that's unethical in some way.
Haven't we got like a, what's that word? Karma? To burn? We'll save another life.
I don't know, but
How are you going to choose that, Ollie? How many people do you think would pick you to be their substitute? You pick Derek.
I don't know. I mean, he's here. Is he here?
I don't. I look around. I don't see him. Do I see him?
You do not see him. Although now I want to tell you do see him just to see if you'd lie. But no, you don't see him.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't lie. I'd try to medium some shit up, but
Jessica pulls out her phone and sends another email to Amit, just saying, "Are you still here?"
There's no response. Okay. And we see the phone display, and we pull away from that to Derek. You surface, come up above, gasp of water there, and there's just this churning in the water for several moments. What do? You've got like a vine that's like several of the vines still around your legs, but there's nothing tethering them to whatever it was down there.
Like I think initially I'm just trying to rip those off of my legs, and then I like sort of dip in the water to see what's going on down there. To see if they're
awesome.
Doing
okay. You see that very large wolf is like thrashing around. You see there are a bunch of vines that are wrapped around it, and it's biting and ripping at that kind of Venus flytrap type head. It's kind of hard to tell exactly who is winning, and it's been a minute or so, but that wolf is still ripping and tearing furiously.
I need to help. Because that's not, like, it's taking too long.
Nice.
So I'll start swimming down again.
So, this is lovely. That's just great. Cool. I think then you are going into this, like, you have no weapons?
Nope, I don't. I'm just a mundane.
I love it. That's great.
Let's see. Well, for full disclosure, I already took my XP from rushing in.
Yeah, absolutely. You certainly should.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to. I mean, yeah, no, I'm literally going to help someone.
Sounds good.
Because you know, it's a monster, and when fighting a monster, if I help someone, I don't roll plus cool. I just roll. I automatically roll a 10.
There we go. I think that sounds fine. So describe to me how you help this giant wolf out as it fights this underwater plant monster creature.
I'm basically just like swimming to the wolf and just like trying to rip off all the vines that are wrapped around it, and you know, kicking the Venus trap for good measure a bit.
Nice.
And then when the wolf gets free, I do back off a bit.
Nice. The wolf is biting and ripping at the face of this creature. You go in, you pull off a few vines, and then it stops struggling. The plant, whatever, it reaches that threshold to where it's not able to fight any longer. And the wolf turns, and you can see his big, like fist-sized eye meets yours for a moment, and it had bared its fangs like you were some other threat, but it seems to recognize you. You feel like a moment of connection.
And
then
that's when I start swimming back up, like air.
Cool. And so you start to swim back up, and the wolf comes up and surfaces with you. The doggy paddles up, right?
I immediately go like, whoa, don't eat me. You don't want to eat me. You know, there's still chicken in the bucket. Trying to talk her down a bit.
The big nostrils kind of flare for a second, and water sprays out, and then the wolf just it stares at you, and then it paddles its way towards the shore.
Okay, I guess I'll swim after her.
Cool. The wolf comes up onto the shore. It stands nearly as tall as you. Its ears would tickle your nose. And you see that there are vines still wrapped around its legs that is struggling past. There's several pin marks across its side that are bleeding from whenever this maw must have closed around it. And it limps a little bit as it goes over to stick its face in the bucket of chicken and start eating. It's still dripping wet. You know, you ever seen Wet Dog, right? Imagine giant, shaggy, wet wolf.
I think, like, I think she had like a picnic blanket or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'll grab that and sort of awkwardly throw that over the back.
Nice. So you throw that over the back, and when you do, it turns its head, kind of looks, but it hasn't really moved its face all the way out of the bucket. You hear the crunch of bones, and after a few moments, the wolf starts to shrink. You can see the blanket. Luckily, you saved us a lot of special effects budget by covering that up.
I know that. I mean, it was like we're supposed to keep it PG-13, so you know.
We are. It's good stuff. Kudos to you. All the second unit director is super thankful that you came up with that improv move to save them so much on the budget. And yeah, the wolf shrinks down until you see the slightly shaved head of Tip, and she lays on her side and looks up at you, and she's still, of course, very, very wet.
And I think, like, as soon as she changed back, I go like, so not a werewolf, huh?
You still like me?
And then you see, like, Derek shrugs, and he sort of points at his shoulder, and goes like, yeah. That was a vampire that did that.
Damn. Where is the vampire?
Dead.
Good.
Yeah. I have some friends that do monster hunting. I've been tagging along with them.
Thanks for coming back down. I didn't expect that.
Same to you.
Oh. I swear I didn't know that was down there.
I assumed. I mean, there's weird shit everywhere apparently, so.
Pretty messed up first date. You get to choose the next place.
Well, I mean, how about like the gym, because there's like a demon portal there, so you know, have to keep this up.
There's seriously a. Okay,
Well,
there is obviously there's a demon. Great.
To be fair, it's been closed.
That's good. That's good. It's not like a revolving door then. That's great. She wraps the picnic blanket around herself for a second and sits up. You didn't get hurt too bad, did you?
I've had worse.
Well, it sounds kind of tough.
Well, I did just come out of the hospital after I'd been shot, beaten, and eaten. So
that sounds terrible. I guess this doesn't rate so bad then.
You seem pretty okay when you're changed. I wasn't sure if like maybe you're not quite in control and then maybe you can eat me. But hey.
But I didn't. It's great, right? No problems. It's not a curse. It's a lifestyle choice. And she reaches over and starts picking up her clothes. And I think we'll cut away from the scene there as she mumbles about it being a lifestyle choice. Cool. So yeah, you now have, and I've put in a little bit of information in the custom moves. I probably should create a new tab for Creighton's Compendium, because I now have Delagar's Cross as well as Creighton's Compendium in there. And the author of Creighton's Compendium is Creighton White, and he mentions, you very quickly find Jessica mention of him declaring himself a member of the Protectors, and it looks like he lived quite a long time ago and attended East Texas University and learned a great about hunting monsters, and took a lot of notes here. There are rumors of the supernatural, some anecdotes of some of his encounters that he's had with occultists and cursed objects, and references to rituals that he's handwritten or copied down, as well as plans to some kind of ghost viewer, which is what Lily Boatwright used to build the Tesla coil portal that you have just destroyed. Good job. So...
kind of a waste for science, but...
Nice Jessica quote. Still no answer from Amid. And people are starting to wake up, and no one seems to have any memory of coming here or having been possessed.
Including Earl?
Earl takes the longest to wake up. And then, yeah, when he wakes up, he remembers coming here. He doesn't remember hurting you, but he assumes that it didn't go well.
Okay.
So he'll be pretty apologetic, but glum and quiet, reserved, and an NPC. Cool. So, anything else you guys want to do here? I'm kind of curious what's going on with Ollie after, the conversation that he has had and the realization that Amid appears to be gone.
I'm not getting any emails back anymore.
I just hang my head down and just start to leave the building. I don't reply.
Oh my gosh. Do we hear like the little piano notes of the sad Hulk walking away?
Quite possibly.
That's
I
awesome.
sort of look at like Tekla, like, what should we do?
He needs some time. And I am sure as shit not the person who gets to talk to him next.
Okay.
Which, I mean, I wait for that part for him to be out the door.
Good timing.
Good timing. Yep. Yeah, I'm going for a walk.
Nice. Billy Tilson follows you out. Hey, pale girl.
Yeah.
Was that some kind of group study session or something?
I don't know. Did you learn something?
Sure.
Then yeah. I'm just going to disengage if he doesn't follow through with any other talk.
He just left, not sure how to follow up on that one as you walk away. So, yeah. Cool. I'd like to take our first. I know it's a little bit on the early side, but it feels like a good bio break. So let's take about 5 to 7 minutes, and then we'll pick back up again with everybody meeting together, hopefully. Yeah, we'll see. It's been 5 minutes already? That was like the fastest 5 minutes ever.
Well, I only had to go and get water and eat more crisps.
Crisps are like chips, right? Cool. Not crackers, but like potato chips and stuff. Cool. So it looks like I see some from our side chatter in the video hangout. We've got Ollie maybe going out to a bar. That sounds lovely. Jessica is going to the library. Surprise. Yeah, so actually, just because I had this thing and it amuses me that it exists, Tekla, as you are heading downstairs out of the Applied Science R.E. Lee Applied Sciences building, the ground level doorway that heads to the stairs opens up as you're about to head out, and you see Yevgeny from the mathlete. His hair's you've seen how somebody's hair will get messed up to where it's like flat on one side, and he looks at you a little wild-eyed. Tekla.
I'm like, it's a good thing I'm wearing a black shirt because that's blood. Genny, what's up?
You've been here?
Mm-hmm.
He walks up and he grabs your arm and he says, "We need to go. There are bad things happening here."
What's going on?
He's going to try to rush you out the door to talk. What do you do?
I'll go along with him. I mean, he's wild-eyed, but it's Evgeny. I mean, he's a math nerd. He plays guitar when you get him drunk. I'm not threatened.
Cool. And he wasn't trying to threaten you as much as just get you out of a threatened area.
Sure.
There were people. I was here doing a project, and then the like a football guy came in and he grabbed someone, and then people are just going away. Everyone was acting like, have you seen the Pod People movie? Close Encounter? No, it's the one with Donald Sutherland, and there's a scream whenever you...
I get it. So they were sort of acting in this sort of form of collective will, strange, inhuman, not their own, that kind of thing?
Exactly that. And I hid and I heard voices. And so I just repeated prime numbers for as long as I could, and they left me alone. Who knows? Did that ever work?
In my head, I'm just thinking that's probably not it, but I don't know what that is.
Are you okay? Did they get you?
I'm fine.
There was a Star Trek Next Generation episode. They had little tails that came out of the back of their necks. He reaches up and gently, like he doesn't grab it, but he's just okay.
I have an undercut, man. You'd know.
This through. And then he reaches. He's, his hair's slightly. You think he cuts his own hair, because it's not boxed off quite perfectly. But he's fine. He kind of feels okay. That was. He looks back at the Applied Sciences building. You seem so calm. Are you all right?
I'm fine. You should look after yourself.
Oh, sure. I will do that. I want to get a beer. American beer, even.
I just want vodka.
Oh. If you don't mind coming to my room, I have lots of good vodka. Or if you want, I go to room and bring it back. We go somewhere else. I don't care. I know you don't like boys. It's okay.
Let's grab the vodka and go somewhere where we can get a good view of the stars.
The lake?
Sure, whatever. Lakes sound good. We have a lake here? It's Texas. I thought water didn't exist here.
I don't know. It's on map.
We'll see.
Cool. So we will... I think it would be fun to cut to Yevgeny and Tekla. Tekla's... I can't remember. She doesn't have a car, right? You guys are normally riding around Earl's...
Yeah, she doesn't have a car.
Delta. So Yevgeny must have a car. What kind of car would Yevgeny have? It's going to be extremely responsible.
Huh?
Wait, you had a suggestion?
Well, just considering the accent, I was going to say Lada, but it's not. That's not a very reliable car.
I don't even know what that car is.
Yeah, well, it's a Russian one.
That's awesome. I would love it if he had a Lada. No, I want to Google it.
Yeah.
Lada Russian car. Here we go. Oh, there's an official website. Oh my goodness, these are ugly.
Wow. I wonder if it's legal to import them to the US? Of course.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, there's a 25-year rule, so maybe he has one from, 1991.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see a 91 Lada.
I'm Googling it. Oh my goodness, these things are atrocious. I love it. He super has one. He's got a lot of... I've even found a picture. This is so great. I'll just share this picture in the link in the Hangouts, and I'll stick that in our character. In our character keeper later.
Wow.
That is the best car Bunny can't buy.
I'm going to commute to my food ration now. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Cool. So as you guys pull up, you see there's a motorcycle there by the picnic table and an empty bucket of chicken and also a very still wet looking Tip as well as a very, very wet Derek, because Derek didn't really remove his clothes.
And I just stroll up with like one bottle of vodka in one hand and like a handful of nested shot glasses in the other, and I just whistle. I can't whistle that good.
Tekla can.
Tekla can whistle. We can foley that in afterwards.
Yeah, I just look up. Like, oh, well, I basically tell Tip, like, well, there's one of my friends that I was telling you about.
One of your hunter friends?
Yes.
I like give the chin nod, and then I set the shots down, and it's tap, 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 tap. Having a good night?
I wouldn't advise to go swimming.
That's cool. That sounds athletic, and I don't feel like doing any of that tonight. And I just pour it out in a line, just from one to the other.
If you've got class at Ari Lee, you should skip tomorrow.
What?
If you have
Like,
a class at Ari Lee building, any class there, just skip it. Maybe the whole week.
He's right. The R.E. Lee building is a little fucked up right now.
Well, everything's set up.
And I'll like push 2 shots over in Derek's direction.
Tip, word to that. Everything else.
And then after knocking back my first 2, I pour 2 more, and I slide 1 to Yevgeny.
This is good to him.
So everyone okay back there?
Alive. Not necessarily okay. Ollie's in a bad spot.
Okay.
He
I sort of point at what's his name?
Yevgeny?
Yes, difficult name. Sorry. And I go like, can like be? Is he okay? Like being really awkward. Like, can we? Is he?
He's good. And like I say this in that sort of here's me laying out the context that we will be able to use in this discussion sort of follow up, and I'll say Ollie saw a meat again.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that like you can see why he would be a bit upset then.
I kind of sent him on his way.
Yeah. Don't go swimming. You might get your legs caught in some vines.
Okay. Dead?
And then I sort of point at the remains of vines that are still lying around. Probably not.
It's a Volkswagen Bug in the lake. Tip says.
There was like, yeah, there's definitely a car down there as well. But there was a friendly dog that helped out.
Cool. I like dogs.
And like you see Derek sort of
just drinking another shot.
Over towards Tip. And
One more look. I'm like, whatever.
There's a lot of subtext in this conversation.
It's true, Yev. I don't mean to make you feel left out, Yevgeny.
But you do. It's okay. I've had the weirdest night. I don't think anything can get any weirder. Whatever you guys are talking about, just let me in.
I like Derek just starts laughing out loud because he's like, it can't get any weirder. Like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, just sort of snapped.
Okay, well, and going back to the car to turn up the radio, it's a little boring with some music.
You're better at this partying stuff, Yevgeny, than I ever gave you credit for. Get it?
He trudges his way back up to the car. Tip says, "So, I'm a werewolf. You're a hunter. Do you hunt werewolves?" Derek says, "No. Just want to check in."
Are you murdering people?
She didn't attack me. She helped me out even.
We're cool. You don't have any wicked plan to like turn East Texas University into a cattle farm, except with people? I don't know. Monster plans are stupid.
I'm still trying to get my head around it. I've killed a deer.
Okay.
I don't know.
Probably had it coming.
I don't know if I don't think I've I've checked the papers. I haven't seen. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I have. This is the first time I was able to do it, like, because I wanted to.
Cool.
Okay. So, yeah. And I pour myself another shot, put the bottle down, sort of look off into the middle distance. And...
So Toby Keith comes on from the Lotta, the 1991 Lotta.
What's a Toby Keith?
It's country music.
Oh, okay.
It's Texas. I'm sorry.
It's cool. Yevgeny wants to fit in. He's doing the right thing. The way I see it, you can be touched by things. You can experience differences. And that doesn't make you a monster. Your choices make you a monster.
I get you.
Plans. And also, not being able to make a choice can make you a monster. Having nothing left, but some weird drive to be something, to hold something. It's rough.
Almost feels like it should be a cut back to Ollie.
I think so. That is the perfect moment to cut back to Ollie. Where do we find Ollie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ollie is in the library and he's like rifling through books, muttering when he doesn't find what he's looking for and just dumping the books on the floor and going to another book. He also has a bottle that he takes his books from. He's a bit unsteady on his feet. Fuck. Geology.
Jessica will eventually come help and also be very excited that Ollie is in the library.
There's
Right.
about 15 books so far, just dumped. You know, spines bent and everything on the floor.
Ollie, what are you doing? Why are you not putting all of these books back after you've used them?
There's no fucking system. There's no like, you know, making bodies, summoning ghosts. Where's what section?
What?
Like,
Why? What? Oh my God! You've spilled alcohol on ancient Assyrian
Like-
rituals. What have you done? Starts like,
sorry, I had a moment of lag, so I missed. I just got Syrian rituals.
you spoiled alcohol on the ancient Assyrian rituals book. It's one of my favorites.
Which one's it?
No, give it back to me. What are you looking for? She'll start picking up all the books.
I'm gonna make him eat a body. If we can't like, kill somebody for a body or possess somebody, we'll make one.
Okay. Wait. Okay, is this okay? I don't know if this is okay, but what sort of body were you thinking of? Like mechanical?
Clay, flesh. What's the thing? The thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, hold on. You're in the wrong
I
section.
push past her and try and find more books.
Stop ruining the library!
Can I investigate a mystery?
You know what? You certainly can. Yeah. I think we will
I don't know if
probably
that
be using
makes
the
sense.
alternate rules, the alternate questions for that. Yeah, you're trying to do some research here.
Okay, got 0 shops, so let's.
You play it though. I mean,
I got an 8. I grab I find the Lord of the Rings, and like this, not this one, but that the little midget thing with the ring, but not. you know, you he's like pointing at Gollum and like, no, but not that, but the no.
Okay, let's go to a different section. Maybe like the Jewish anthropology section, maybe. Okay. I think I know what you need.
Don't know what I'm asking though.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what he's.
Yes.
Where can I learn more about this?
Ooh, nice. So she calls herself a white witch, but Margaret Winters might be a resource. And then, of course, you do have an expert that you could ask advice in, who's right there talking to you.
I'm literally doing that.
I think you are. And if she gives you advice and you follow it, that will help you in your research as well. Those are two great resources.
Well, Jessica will take Ollie to the Jewish anthropology section and find him a book on golems.
Nice.
And how to create them.
Just a little how-to book. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's hard to.
Are you using your
Golems
using one of your hold to have the perfect
Yes,
item?
that seems like a good idea. Yeah, I've used my hold. Yes. So now Ollie gets +1 forward on making golems. Is that how it works?
Yes. And it's the great you've given him an excellent training guide on how to make artificial beings.
Yes.
This is good. I'm sure Toby won't be at all hurt. The fact that his maybe kind of guy he's interested in is now trying to create an artificial warehouse for a ghost.
I'm like holding the book really close, like in front of me. Kind of like,
muttering to it.
Possibly. This has the. This will do it.
Well, yeah, I think like it's written a bit weirdly, so you sort of have to interpret it and put together the pieces. I can help you if you want.
Where do we get the things we need?
Oh, I usually find them everywhere. And usually it's like stuff I already had in my suitcase to begin with, so it's kind of easy. Also, maybe like a lot of clay? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Come, we're going.
Right now?
Yeah.
Art department? They do have a lot of clay. This is true.
I grab her by the hand. Not roughly, but firmly, and start leading her that way.
Oh, we're going right now. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Well.
A place or somewhere else, so but we're going through that moment.
Okay. So I'm sorry. Where again is Ollie taking Jessica?
We're going to
the art department
because they have clay.
Art department. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I would imagine that the amount of clay you're going to need to create a human-sized golem might be a bit more than you could easily obtain as sitting around in classrooms late at night. You're going to maybe have to get into the supply room to get that amount of clay. Are you willing to break? I mean, we know you have the skill set. Yeah, the art department probably has some people in it burning the midnight oil, as it were, working on projects. So there are lights on, maybe 5 or 6 people, some point somewhere in the area.
Yeah, I lead Jessica to like one of the windows outside and start like looking in. It's like, shh.
Okay. Shh. What are we doing? Oh, yes. Shh.
I'm gonna get the clay.
It's the Hearst Art and Journalism Center, which, as I look for number 9, okay, cool. Yeah, you have to walk across a good deal of the campus and end up not far from the Martha Patterson Annex, and similar, close to the admin building. So it's on the edge of campus overall, near the kind of round road that circles the ending of the campus itself, and that's where the art and Journalism Center is. Nice combo.
Yeah, gotta break in. They don't want us making golems, so I'm gonna break in. Where's my knife? And I go to jimmy one of the windows to break in.
Okay. Jessica, you're 100% on board with this?
Maybe like 70.
Good enough.
70% on board with this.
Good enough.
I will send Tekla a text.
Okay.
Well, I got an 8.
Got an 8?
I get to pick 2 things.
All right. Oh, this is such a cool move. I do like that.
Woof. Well, I think we can forget about you don't leave a mess. Yeah, we're going to find what we're after. And we're going to get in undetected.
Nice. Nice. So you jimmy a lock, and I'm going to say you get into the art. Like, you're able to walk into the art building, and you find the supply area. Art supplies, it's not like a tiny closet. I imagine it's like one of those walk-in areas, not quite as big as you would have for, say, Bunsen burners and beakers and the like in the science or the chem labs, but big enough to hold large amounts of paints, easels, paint brushes, clay, maybe there's some old potter's wheels and the like. It's not incredible, like, it's not as organized as one might want because artists, but there's definitely more than enough stuff here, and you find there are several thin cardboard boxes that are filled with blocks of clay, and the amount you're going to need, like, you may have to actually, like, maybe bag it up or toss all the boxes and onto a dolly or do you have a wheelbarrow? They don't really have one here. How do you get in? You find what you want. How are you getting it out?
You know those like it's kind of like a metal cage thing where they would dry out. It around with, you know, playthings to take it to somewhere. I'm not sure what it's called. That.
Sure.
I rip out the shelves, so it's just a big container thing open at the front.
Yeah, you've just tossed that option of not leaving a mess just out the window. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sound of it
Like
pulling it from its moorings in the concrete wall, and now you have a fenced cage that you can start dropping these boxes of clay in. Jessica, what's going on with you? Especially as you're near the door, the light comes on in the area of the hall, leading towards the big art supply closet.
That we're in?
Yes, that you're in.
Okay. Whoops.
Is that taser working again?
I think it's kind of broken. I will go outside.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I will think of something.
Awesome.
Any minute now, I will think of something.
That sounds lovely. So yeah, you head out towards the hallway, and there's Brent.
Oh.
Brent Rodriguez in the hall, and you come out. And, Jessica, hey.
Hey. Hi. Why are you so surprised to see me here in the art department? I can do art.
Of course.
I do art all the time.
I just heard a big noise, like someone is tearing something apart. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just made a mess with the supplies.
Oh, well, hey, I'll come help you out. And he starts walking
No,
down
it's
the
fine.
hallway towards you.
No, I actually wanted to ask you, to grab a coffee with me?
Why don't you roll to manipulate him?
It's not my forte.
Yeah, roll with charm.
That's an 8 plus 0. Oh, minus 1. That's a 7.
Yeah.
7.
Oh,
Squeak!
on a manipulate 1, for a normal person on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it.
Fuck.
So he's just a little, like, he realizes there's something else going on, maybe just your frantic nature.
Mm-hmm.
He says, are you sure we shouldn't go clean up? He steps a few steps closer.
No, that's fine. We should go get some coffee, like for our date.
Oh. Okay. Like he goes through the mental calculation of probably leaving behind a mess, but it's her mess, and sure. So he will slide an arm around you and come on, let's head off campus. You know, I think Jabba the Hutt's closed now anyway.
Oh, is it? Oh. Yeah, we'll find something. Yes. I have, yes.
Okay. That was an interesting deliberation.
Well, I think a lot,
Definitely.
I mean, there's still some books that I have to read, but it's fine because basically you just turn to page 67 and you follow the instructions, and that's all you need. Let's go.
Okay. So we cut back to Ollie. It seems that Jessica has fallen on a grenade for your sake so that you can steal all of this clay. What do you do?
Barely noticed that. I'm now. Yeah, I think I've packed. I stayed a bit quiet, but then she left, and then I kind of lost it.
Oh,
And just start wheeling it out of the building.
No problems. Yeah, we have a little bit of Benny Hill music playing as you carry this giant cage full of clay boxes out, and you have a moment where you go down one hallway, then you said to turn, you have to head out of a different area, and yeah, you're going to get away. Jessica has made the ultimate sacrifice. Hashtag sorry, Earl. Hashtag you're an NPC. Hashtag hope you like that cathedral. Cool. Where are you taking this clay? I don't imagine your dorm room or that Maddie, your roommate's going to be super big on that, but maybe. There's that garage.
Yeah, I think that's the. I need space, I assume. I don't know. I'm not thinking clearly. The garage. I'm going to take it there and build a body. And I have the book.
Is this you're going to do this overnight kind of thing?
I'll try.
Awesome.
Build a book.
Does Jessica have the book, or does Ollie have the book, Jessica?
Well, Jessica had it with her, but she left it in the art department, so I assume Ollie has it.
Okay. Good stuff.
Definitely.
Man. So you're going to be like kissing on like Wallace and Gromit? Is that the plan? Seems like a poorly thought out plan. I love it. I am 100% on board with the meat golem. Oh, so good. We cut back to the lake. How drunk has Derek gotten at this point? It's
fairly, and at that point, he's sort of going like, "Hey, Tech,
Yo,
there's something I've been meaning to tell you,
give it.
all of you,
Hmm?
but it's a bit difficult to explain." And then he goes like, "You know what? Evgeny, come here, come here, come here.
sure. What is it?
Look at me.
Okay, looking.
Yeah, I
Not into
always-
boys, but
no,
okay.
I'll roll for this. Yeah, that's a 12. So
Oh, jeez.
I have 3 holds on him.
Oh my.
And I just start spending those holds. Like I go like, yeah, bark like a dog.
Wolf, wolf, wolf. Dip says, that's way off.
Now sit.
And he sits on the ground like
Now roll
immediately.
over.
And then he rolls over.
And I go like, that's weird, right?
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk with you about that, actually. Because I noticed that you don't come for your little checkups with me anymore.
Yeah.
I'm in college. It means I'm not stupid. But I've given it some thought, and I have some good news for you.
What?
You're not over the line, man.
What?
I know.
Oh, okay, that's good.
If you were, I'd feel it. I'd be able to look into you and see what you wanted to do with it.
I don't know what that means.
I barely know what that means. And I like pour myself another shot. This is like number 6. Blap. But I'll keep an eye on you, okay?
Yeah. But I've also not really been going to church anymore.
I mean,
And it's sort of like crosses kind of freak me out.
like how?
Like I'm actively trying to stay away from the thing around your neck.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've tried to actively stay away from it, but I can't.
Fair enough.
It could be a problem. It could be that you're just getting psyched out.
Okay.
Is there anything else going on with you? Are you feeling any weird urges? Are you thinking differently about other people and sort of you stop and what was that?
Don't think so. I mean, I think you're super weird, but I thought that before as well, so.
Goals. I'm into it. That's cool. I'm basically really sick.
You're sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just Pretend it's like wizard cancer. Right?
Is it gonna kill you?
Probably. Really slowly.
I wonder if I'm gonna die.
You're going to be fine.
We'll see.
I mean, are you going to die from being able to tell people to bark like a dog? No. Are you going to die from some sort of blunt impact? Are you going to get shot to death?
Almost.
Almost. Fucking A, dude.
By a cop, no less.
By a cop, no less. You're blessed, though. They only shot you once.
Well, to be fair, he tried to shoot me more than that one time.
But he failed, and that's what's important.
And then I got to Yevga, and like, don't worry, I'm not actually wanted by the cops. It was just a crazy cop.
It was a misunderstanding.
Yevgeny seems to take that. He's still settling out this night.
Yeah.
And he needs some more shots of vodka.
I am happy to pour it. The bottle's getting low.
Yeah, the bottle's getting low. Tip actually has stopped drinking. She got a good buzz and then
leveled off.
Yeah, I don't really want to get too messed up. I don't like to lose control.
Fair enough.
Tip says, so sounds like you guys have some messed up stuff going on.
Yep. We're all fucking freaks.
Oh, calm down, Derek. You're cute.
He is super cute.
Right, though?
Yeah.
And yet he is so shy. You are like the first date he's had all this college long. For the whole semester.
I just didn't take a no for an answer.
That's good. Need somebody who can take charge with him a little bit.
I mean, bucket of chicken, trip to the lake, swamp monster thing.
Boo.
Didn't work out exactly the way I planned, but
oh, you should have brought some tofu.
Do they have tofu in Pine Box? Like, she's legitimately asking that, not trying to be smart. Like, she asked, do they have tofu in Pine Box?
I look at Derek. This is also riveting to me.
Derek is a local, so he would know.
Yes, but you do have to go to the local Trader Joe type store.
There's probably like one organic food co-op, and it's the size of a bedroom, and there is one like old Texas hippie woman with gray hair.
Oh my goodness, that so has to happen.
Like down to her midsection.
Yes.
And it's like open when she feels like it, man.
When she feels like it, man. Oh, that's good. Yeah, if you look at the Pine Box map, there's literally one restaurant, the Pizza Barn. No other restaurants even listed. So I think that we'll take some artistic, we'll take a little bit of artistic license to put in a few other places. And the idea of a little Whole Foodsy type closet size with the old hippie ladies may be the best. Yeah, that really has to happen. That is super canon at this point. I got to come up with some kind of Star Child type name for her and some type of name for the Whole Foods place that you would not think is actually a place to go buy tofu and other organic stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Like some kind of half sentence that just is maybe stolen lyric from a 60s song, I think is what we'll go with. This is a little side project. Cool. So I think at this point you're done with the current mystery. It feels like we're headed towards the end of episode, end of session. So I'm opening it up. Are there any scenes that people want? I know that we have the like music montage of maybe they might be giants as we see Ollie constructing a clay Amid. I love that.
Yep.
That's
yeah. Occasional swigs and sculpting.
Oh man, getting drunk and making a clay boyfriend just seems so appropriately East Texas University.
What's the Dresden song? Dresden doll song?
Coin operated boy.
Coin operated boy.
Oh yeah.
That's playing.
Nice.
Thank you. That is the soundtrack to this scene.
Yes.
Maybe like a melancholy version, like slowed down or something. I don't know. But yeah.
The original song isn't melancholy to you.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, like, you know,
A slower
More.
version. Yes.
Down
lyrically,
tempo.
yes. But
Okay.
Nice. Maybe our shot for Derek is Tip riding him back to the dorms.
Sure.
How does that go? Is there a goodnight kiss for Tip?
Oh yeah, fuck yes.
Nice.
Like it's one of those cases that starts out like pretty demure, and then suddenly it's like both of them really like into it.
Yeah.
push him against the wall.
Yes, probably.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, she like gets off of her bike and walks you up to, and then kiss it right outside the dorm before you head inside. And what about Tekla? Yev will take you back, but when we end the episode with Tekla, what do we see with her? She's super drunk, I imagine.
I mean, sort of. About half as much as she should be.
Oh, darn that worm.
Yep.
See ghosts and drink more alcohol.
Yep.
Nice.
No longer a cheap date. Very expensive. Upsetting.
Yeah, so what do we see with Tekla as we come to the end of our episode?
Probably gonna crawl up into her bunk with a little bottle of something and a music player and some headphones and just stare at the ceiling and drink.
And then when we look across that same dorm room to Jessica, or Jessica's bed, is Jessica there? No Jessica. Oh man. I think we leave that for next episode to see how the date with Brent went. That sounds pretty fun. Cool. So we're ending a little bit on the early side. I hope nobody's too terribly upset. Feel free to make that a thorn. Let's go through our end of session. Did we conclude the current mystery? Definitely.
For real.
Did you save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you learn something new and important about the world?
Golems can possibly be made.
That book.
Yeah. The compendium.
Yeah.
Werewolves aren't evil. Another thing might maybe learned. Did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Well,
I think
yes.
Derek came out as weird.
And Tekla confessed that she has wizard cancer.
Yeah, that all became known to the characters.
I know.
I mean, Tekla's still technically lying about it, but it's more truth than before.
Your truthiness meter's gone up slightly.
Yep.
Cool.
All the way up to kinda.
Yeah. If you get 3 or 4, you get yeses on that. You get to mark 2 XP. So
Brad.
that is pretty great. Did that
Ding.
push anybody? Yep. Derek
Yep.
levels, Tekla
Ding, ding.
levels.
Oh yeah.
Chester levels. Wow.
Does as well.
You get a level. You get a level.
It's my 5th one.
I have advanced kick-ass and something else. I don't know what else.
Honestly, Act Under Pressure might be a good one for you.
Yeah.
It's a very
I was
cool,
thinking
low
protect
group.
someone,
Ooh, that one also very
then-
good. Very theme.
but then I've already got my move for that, and then I get allies, and that doesn't seem in theme.
What does advancing a move do again?
On a
I
12
get
plus, you get cooler stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, on a 12, yeah. It's all on the basic moves sheet.
Yeah. All right, I'll have a look.
It's amazing. Like this is the first game of Monster of the Week where I've seen people unlock those advanced moves. Actually, I'm running a solo play-by-post of Monster of the Week, and I just kind of declared that those advanced moves were all open to that one player because it's solo, so it's not like they're more powered than any other player character, and it's been pretty fun. They're cool moves.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to take one from the regular improvements, you know. My last one.
Oh, it's your last regular improvement?
Well,
Cool.
after you have leveled up 5 times,
Yep.
this is my 5th one, so is that...
So
is that
it's after 5, so then it would be the
6th?
next one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
On
Yeah.
the 6th. 3, 4, 5. Yep, so your very next, you'll have access to the advanced. Cool. What are some cool stuff you guys are thinking about?
I don't know.
I might go Act Under Pressure as well. Like you
I
said.
just noticed a thing where everybody's got all their advances listed, advances taken, and then under Jessica says, "Oh shit, I was supposed to keep track of this."
But I'm very cute.
I know that you took a move for sure. Precise Strike was one.
Yeah, I took a bunch of. I think I'm already at like 5 advances. I just don't know what
Okay,
it
we'll just say you are. That seems about right.
I think I would like to, but I'm not sure if that's allowed. At some point, take a move from the Spellslinger
Oh, that would be fun.
to up my ritual thing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Are you
Not like
well, I'll tell you,
fireballs, but like something arcane-y.
I would like to if you can get that compendium back from Clayman, Cassius Clay over there. I'm sure that we can fictionally justify that.
Yeah.
That makes you interesting as an expert who not only knows how to identify the rituals, but hey, you can throw one down if you have to. Pretty cool. Good. All right. So, yeah, I'd like to skip a little bit more time before we start up the next session, and we'll maybe love letter a bit about the clay golem stuff. I definitely want to see how that goes, and we'll need to figure out how the Brent date went, and maybe if you fail a roll, Earl heard about it. Yeah, so some fun stuff there. So let's do Roses and Thorns, and then we'll call it an afternoon/evening. We start with Thorns. Things that could have gone better in the session, rules, tweaks, or clarifications, anything along those lines. I am always open to your feedback. We will start with our pro Thorner, best Thorn person we have, Jules. See, the way is clear. No one else has done other Thorns, so you get it's a wide open.
Well, my Thorns they're a bit petty because I really liked the session. Lots of drama. I thought that Derek was gone from us for quite some time. But then he totally got back into it with Tekla. It was a really cool scene, so that was pretty nice. I I was afraid we were going to lose out on Ollie and me drama because I wanted more Ollie and me drama in my thing, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. We'll see. So
wait, are these thorns?
yes, more Ollie and me drama. That was a thorn. I was like, where's my drama? Where's my drama? I want more drama. So, but I think that's going to work out okay. I think people are trying hard. So that's all I have.
Your thorn is the tryhards. I like it. Okay, Jen, what thorns did you have?
I'm glad that the session started with Derek. That's not a thorn. I was just thinking of it when we were about to start up. I'm like, man, he better start with Derek so that Derek gets some time. So that worked out good. Other thorns this session. No, man, nothing bothered me about this session. I'll come back around to it if I come up with something.
Okay, if you think of something, let me know. Jan, what thorns did you have?
I think my only thorn is that indeed it was slightly short, but it also made sense to like trying to start a new mystery now would have been weird. So like I can see that it was definitely a better choice, but it was still like, oh, short.
Yeah, I was stuck. Like, I was glad that we had a few personal scenes and the whole clay man stuff. That was great because I was like, I don't really think we could like kick in a whole mystery, and it's gotten to that weird thing of like we do a half of a game where we're finishing up one thing and setting up another, which I don't mind it, but as the time kept going and going, I'm like, yeah, it's good if we end here. But I hear you. We will have a full session next week. Alex, what thorns did you have?
Word for word what Jan said. With the positive and the totally understanding, it made no sense to keep going. But then a slightly Jules type thorn of like I was kind of like, I was really hoping the text messages in the chat were going to lead to us all meeting up again towards the end, but doing that would have deprived us of some really awesome drunk real talk.
Yeah.
And I would have been if that had gone, I would have been really upset. So Jules thorn.
Go ahead and those it.
For all we know, those texts went through like a half an hour later.
It is Pine Box, Texas, where sometimes the texts don't always come through when you want them. Only at dramatically appropriate moments do they happen. Alex, will stick with you. 4 roses, things you enjoyed, atta boys or atta girls to other players, things you want to see more of.
Drunk real talk was fantastic. I really appreciated Rich just letting me go off on my weird tangent and try and make a golem. Thank you. And making it, a fun obstacle that was really good. I really liked that choice of very good. I'm sure there's more things, and I will hear them in everyone else's.
Good.
Roses.
Jan, what roses did you have?
I wanted to start out with the rose of riding people like ponies.
Thank you for remembering that. Maybe the best quote of the game.
And I immensely enjoyed that Tekla came to have to the lake, and then we could have a good little chat, and that there could come out as weird.
Good.
Good stuff. Thank you. Jen, what roses did you have?
Oh man. I liked the Amit stuff. And I enjoy Ollie doubling down and being like, no, I'm going to make a golem boyfriend now. that's what I'm gonna have. And yeah, I enjoyed Drunk Real Talk. Tip is still great. Jessica is such an enabler. So yeah, very good, very dramatic session.
Good. Yeah, I agree. Scientists are enablers, right? It's all experimenting. So you just enable people to do crazy stuff. That's what TV has taught me.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Jules, what roses did you have?
Yay, drama! Drama everywhere. Woo! That was my most important rose. I like your Russian accent for Yevgeny. It's really good.
Thank you.
It's like Russian, but it's not like a mobster, so that's good. No, this is a really nice session.
It's a little bit like a mobster.
No, he's not. He's a very nice mobster.
Not in a bad way.
It was a nice mix of weird supernatural stuff happening and cool drama happening and drunk real talk and getting over your ex by summoning a golem.
I don't think that's what that.
That's
It's
how
a
that's what
process. It's a process.
It's a process.
You have to start at the golem.
The 7 steps of mourning. It's like step 3 is you make your own flesh golem. It's totally normal. So
This one's definitely clay, though. It's not flesh.
yes,
Oh, I don't know what happens when you do magic. It might change.
fun stuff. Fun stuff happens. Jessica's very sad. She's missing the clay golem ritual thing. So, but now she gets to go out on a date with a hot guy for the good of science. So yeah, that's interesting to see.
It was for science.
It was
Earl?
for science,
Dating
Earl.
for science.
Oh, it's good. Rose to what's a Toby Keith? It's Jen just zinging with the one-liners yet again. I know that's out of character, but there's just something special about what's a Toby Keith that amuses me to no end.
That's what I'm here for.
Rose to Alex for the quick thinking of creating a golem. Like I went with it because it was brilliant and it was really interesting and heartfelt, and it allows us to kind of have Holly hold on to that thing that makes the wrong so compelling. Rose to Jan for the instigating and participating in the real talk and being brave, like really going for it. I was half expecting that on his own, being mundane, that Derek would be like, I'll let the wolf do the thing. I'm swimming to the shore. I mean, that was a completely legit option. And
Fuck no. Have you seen my moves? Like, I mean, I have. Don't worry, I'll check it out. And now I took what could go wrong. I mean, I'm taking moves to go be a one-man army here.
Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, roll. Oh, that's a good one. I can't wait to see that some more. Oh, good stuff. Jen, I love Tekla, the real talk from Tekla, and even though she's still like shaving off the rough edges of the truth to make it a little more palatable. That's good. Yeah. Really appreciate the idea of the Whole Foods store. I mean, it's hard to call that a market. That will super steal that. That will feature. Maybe it's right near the pawn shop.
I mean, also it could be one of those things that's, you know, it's a small town America sort of design where it's, you know, it's a shop in the front and a house in the back.
That's
so, like, you know, like if you double the porch and suddenly that's your store, kind of that deal. You don't see it except in smaller towns.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah. I've definitely seen it in North Carolina. Yeah. Definitely. Cool. And Jessica's delightful. Jules, I just love your grasp on this character. Her voice is so distinct, and she's great. I love that you went with the whole Billy picking up and carrying her away. that was fun. That was a fun, hard move to pull off. So good game. I really had a great time with you guys. Too bad that Paul couldn't join us, but I'm sure that he will enjoy the aftermath. And that will all happen next week as we continue East Texas University, guys.
Whoa.